Many of us want to improve our spoken English, and it is mandatory nowadays, right? We are educated, highly educated, and we can understand when we listen to somebody or whenever we watch any movies or any video clips, and we can write, we can read. But when it comes to speaking, we can't speak English confidently. We have poor communication skill. My dear friends, if you are highly educated but struggle with communication skills, and if you really want to improve your spoken English, this video is for you. This video is for you, and you have to watch it till the end. And I'm extremely delighted to have Chitra ma'am with me today. She is highly passionate about her communication skill. Very, very good evening, ma'am. How are you doing?
Very, very good evening, sir. Thanks for inviting me and having me here. Yes, I am doing great. I hope you are also doing great. Yes, my name is Chitra Devi. I am working as an admission counselor in degree college. I have minimum years of experience since I have started my journey recently itself. Let me give my small introduction about myself. Yes, I was born and brought up in Tamil Nadu in a small town. I completed my schooling and diploma in vernacular medium. Then I continued my academic journey of pursuing graduation. While pursuing graduation itself, I started to face the challenges because of this language barrier of English communication. Since I couldn't understand what teachers taught and I couldn't express myself, I couldn't even mingle with my classmates because of my lack in communication skill. So somehow I completed my graduation and continued my journey of looking for job. Again, while tracking the interviews, I faced the same challenges. Then I realized, yes, problem is in my side, so I have to work on that. So uh, I started to work on my communication skill, but in couple of months I got married and moved to my another state. So again I faced the challenges of what is it? I was not fluent in regional language of that state, and I was not fluent in English also. Because of that reason, I couldn't focus on my English improvement, as well as because of my responsibilities. I uh, continued my life journey. But in up to 2020, it was going on. From 2021 onwards, I started to work on my communication skill by following reading, listen, and speaking practice. It was I have been working from 2021 onwards. Still, I am working on my communication skill by following the habits. I hope I have improved a lot. I can speak with anyone. I can connect with anyone confidently.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am, for this wonderful introduction. And the consistency matters a lot, especially whenever we are in a learning process, whatever it might be. So even if you want to improve our spoken English, so we have to give some time for that, right? Apart from that, somebody may expect they can get the result over a month or few days. It's never ever gonna happen. And even if anybody has taken any initiative to improve their spoken English, we have abundance of resource nowadays. And we are
Yes.
completely obsessed with social media, right? We watch so many English videos, spoken English videos. There are so many techniques, method. Somehow, I think people are in a dilemma. They don't know what to do, which method is good for them and which method they're supposed to follow. And I've seen there are so many fake promises on social media, okay? Like this. You
Yes,
can
sir.
be like a fluent speaker within 30 days, within 2 weeks, and you can speak like a native speaker. So actually, I don't believe in these kind of fake promises. People have to understand. So ma'am, I want to ask you for the better clarity, can we become fluent in 30 days?
Yes, sir. Thanks for this question. In reality, it is not at all possible because language learning is natural process. So let me share what is a scientific approach of how our language develops in our brain. What my mentor shared with me, I want to share with you people. Yes, language learning is whatever in kind of a mother tongue language learning. What is it? It as a child, physically, as a child, we had a habit of exposed towards learning. since morning to night. We had a only habit of exposed towards learning since throughout the day. What is it? By observing others, by listening others. So, in case of mother tongue learning, what is it? Neuron connections happens automatically by giving electric impulses. It happens automatically, effortlessly, in enthusiastic way. It happens. It is like it is known as what is it? Autopilot mode. So, in case of new language learning, after growing up, what happens? We have to push ourselves by following some kind of habits. We have to put effort by following that habits in regular basis, consistently. By repeating the habits again and again, we have to put some effort with some passion, with some interest, with some dedication. So, so neuron connections will not, what is it, will not happen immediately. That electric impulses flow will be very slow, as well as, what is it, some resistance over there. Resistance means what kind of resistance means? After growing up, adopting any new habit is not easy. It means it is little difficult. We can't adopt any new habit immediately. For listening or reading also, I faced some kind of difficulties while adopting the new habit. Initial days, while reading or listening anything, I would sleep within 10 or 15 minutes. So we need to put some effort to adopt some habits. Over the days, effortlessly, we can follow our habits. Once we, over the month, the habits, our actions turn into the habits, our habits will turn into the routine. Then we can, do our routines effortlessly. So automatically the results will be visible. For following our English habits regularly, we can able to speak fluently. The results will be visible. So, what happened over the months, over the years? What happened? Uh, what is it? We are very comfortable to our routines. And that's what the reason our electric impulses flow will be high. The neurons will start to get connect very fast. Yes, our effortful mode shift to effortless mode. So, in this way, we will learn our language. So, initially, it is very difficult. First 1 year, language learning will be difficult. Once you pass your first 1 year in language learning, the next coming years will be very easy to us. So, language learning is not a big fixed process. It is like a never ending process. What is that? A life committed process. So, to be precise, if we want to learn language, any new language, we have to follow step by step process. We should not try to step in from first step to ninth step. We can't do that. So we have to accept the reality. As like that, we have to work on that.
Very deep, ma'am, and I agree with your
Thank
points.
you.
Yeah. Actually,
Thank you,
there are
sir.
lots of things to be learned from your experience, from your tips. So simply, I just want to recapitulate one more time the takeaways from your points. So we have to give some time for ourselves, especially when we're gonna adopt some new changes, because we people are in comfort zone. So whenever we want to do something differently, so our brain doesn't want to accept those changes. So as you have mentioned, we may feel bored, and especially when we start watching any videos or reading any English books, whatever it may be. So it takes some time, but that strong mindset, because I think I watched somewhere, the stronger the why, the easier the how. So if you have that
Yes,
stronger
sir.
why, definitely the how will be easier. So my dear friends, so do not fall in these kind of fake promises. You have to give some time for yourself. It takes some time, because we have to be process oriented, not to be result oriented. So step by step, point by point, we can improve our spoken English. Thank you so much once again, Chitra ma'am, for your valuable
Yes,
points.
sir.
And I just want to ask you one more thing. Because if we have a dream, for instance, ma'am, everybody has a dream. Many of us, especially in this modern era, to become better in their communication skill is mandatory. I think everybody knows that. So we have to have some goals, right? Then I would say like this: dream, goal, then plan, then of course action. So this is the simple formula, right? So I want to ask you this question: what goals we need to have to get better results in spoken English?
Thank you for this question, sir. But it was already uh, as we are contemporaries, yes, we have already enough experience regarding this. Yes, what kind of goals we need to follow to get results, then better results. Yes, what kind of goals we need to have means we need to have, we must have strong why. For achieving our goals, we must have fuel energy. Then we must have positive beliefs about myself. We must have positive way of thinking. If you have a positive way of thinking, definitely we will have positive attitude. So, for having these all the things, but initially we won't have this kind of positive way of thinking, positive beliefs. We won't have. That's what for having these all kind of things, we need to read profound books such as Compound Effect and Attitude is Everything, Power of Subconscious Mind, and Mindset. So many mind related books are there. By reading such books, we can find out in my way of thinking where I am doing mistake, where I am being lack, where I have to make some change to think in a positive way, what kind of steps I have to take, what kind of practices I have to do. By doing the practices, how long I have to do the practice, by doing the practices, what kind of experiences I am coming across. So, by doing such practices only, we can change our uh, beliefs, we can reprogram our beliefs, we can change our way of thinking, we can change our thinking pattern, we can get a strong why, we can get a strong belief on myself, we can work on our goals. As well as, yes, as I told, um, by having this kind of positive qualities, yes, definitely these things will reflect in our words. Automatically, by reflecting in our words, we will put it in our actions. By doing the actions very often, we will be getting inspired and motivated. As our mentor says, um, by doing the action, what is it? We will be getting inspired. No? Regarding that, we will have some kind of emotions. Regarding that, we will have some kind of feelings. It is like a loop. So every time, while once we completed the action, we feel very delighted and we feel very motivated. So it will go on. We will think like that. I have to do better on next day than today. So this kind of motivation and inspiration we will have by doing the action on regular basis. Definitely, we can get the results by following our habits consistently, regularly, as qualitatively and quantitatively. By following our habits, we can get the results. Our results will be visible also. That visible results motivated us a lot, as well as mm, moreover, what I said, after reaching certain level of our fluency, uh, to get better results, we need some modification in our habits following. Because by following the same sources, we will not achieve advanced level of fluency. So we need to shift from our what is it comfortable books to foreign author books. We need to take a shift from our Indian accent to different accent podcast. So we have to do some kind of different practices. It means different kind of practices means as we conduct a coordinated session. What is it? We have to conduct by participating in the session. uh, by what is it, by we have to give some kind of presentation in our official places. So by doing different kind of practices, yes, we can bring our fluency level. We can take our fluency level to a different advanced level. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Precisely, ma'am. I second that. And of course, I think what I have understood from your points, first of all, we have to have that strong why, right? Because especially if anybody wanna improve their spoken English, they probably do. They may enroll any spoken English institute for 3 months or for 6 months. I don't know. It differs person to person, or they may start watching any spoken English videos on YouTube. That is not sufficient. That is not sufficient. As you have mentioned, first of all, we have to have that mindset. Why I want to improve my language? What is my why? What is my purpose of joining this institute or that institute, right? And and also we can divide this journey, this endless journey, into three parts: basic, intermediate, and advanced. So as a basic learner, a tyro, we do not bother about any mistakes or anything. We just need to open up, just need to speak up shamelessly, right? We have to speak up because many people, they have a kind of shame. If I speak English in front of somebody, they're gonna judge me or they're gonna criticize me. So this kind of thoughts must be get it off from our mind. And we have to tell ourselves, I'm a learner. I recently started. I'm a basic learner. So this kind of thoughts, positive mindset we have to have, especially when we pursue a journey like this. And you already mentioned, once we reach their level, of course, once we reach their level, then we have to set some different goals: vocabulary, grammar, self-correction, right? Our confidence building, fluency. So there are lots of things to be improved. So we have to self-evaluate ourselves, and we must understand, most importantly, this is a endless journey, long-term process. So we never ever give up. We have to change, we have to make some changes in our day-to-day routines, because you mentioned about habits. We must create that environment, right? We have to read English
Yes.
books, we have to listen to English podcasts, audiobooks, and also we have to watch some videos. And most important, and these three habits only give some inputs, and we have to speak up. Then only we can convert this input into output. I have vocabularies and I'm confident, but if I don't want to speak, if I'm reluctant to speak, then how are we going to improve our speaking skill, communication skill? So the mindset to speak up, whether we make mistakes or not, that is first and foremost important thing we have to be followed and we have to have in our mind. Thank you so much, Chitra, once again.
Thank
Um,
you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. And one more thing I just want to ask you before we wrap up this session: how you became more confident at speaking English?
Yes, sir. Wonderful question it is. For becoming not only me, if anyone want to become confident in English and English speaking, uh, as I already mentioned, we have to take some initiative to do different practices. Yes, sir. Different practices means we try to give our small talk in front of group of people. We have to take some initiative to share our opinion or views in front of parents teachers meeting or any official meeting. We need to take some initiative to participate in any kind of debates related to uh, English language. So by doing different practices, I can prove myself with me. Yes, I can do this. I can do this. By proving myself with me, yes, I can. I will get some motivation. I will get some interest to do more and more, to do better in manner. So by doing different practices, by taking different initiatives uh, to deliver our talk, to share our opinions, we can become more confident. Yes, by conducting the meeting, either virtual or direct, we have to push ourselves to do different practices. Then only we can become confident.
Quite inspiring, ma'am. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
sharing
sir.
your experience, the tips, whatever you have shared with us. I think definitely it's gonna help our viewers, the people who are seeking to become better in their spoken English, their communication skill. And I'm so grateful to you, Chitra ma'am, for
Me too,
uh
sir. I am
yeah.
also very grateful to you for choosing me, for giving me the chance to express my views too. It will be better to me to feel about myself.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. And it's not a small thing for me because the time you dedicated to the session, the experience, the things, whatever you have shared with us. And I strongly believe this video gonna help our audience, our subscribers to, as I said, to get better in their communication skill. Because we discussed so many things. It was not only a just interactive session, we could share something valuable, something important, because as we already discussed, there are so many things out there giving they are giving fake promises, and somehow people are confused,
Yes, sir.
they are in a dilemma, right? And they don't know which method they have to be followed, and some people, they may feel themselves demotivated, okay, because
Yes,
they can't see that improvement. So my dear friends, we have to understand, if you started this journey, you have to give some time. Do not believe these fake promises. It takes some time. It takes some time, and it is completely up to you. If you're that much serious, maybe it may take 1 year, 2 year. It differs person to person. But we have to remember one method, one formula always that will help us whenever we are in this journey. It goes like this: CDSE, consistent, directed, self motivated efforts. We have to be consistent. Consistency matters a lot. We have to direct it properly, correctly. Then only we will be able to reach out the destination where we want to reach out in this journey. And self motivation is very, very, very important. Why? Because as I said, it is a long term journey, take some time. Maybe in between we may feel bored, and we may have some negative thoughts. That is the reason many people, they give up, they quit the journey. So we never ever quit the journey. So whenever you know the why, the stronger why, you will be motivated by yourself. And efforts, we have to understand, you have to work for that, you have to put more efforts, then only things will be effortless. So remember this formula, CDSE. So thank you so much, Chitra, once again. So I'm so
thank you
grateful
so much, sir.
to have you here.
Moreover,
Mhm.
we have interacted about our real journey experience. It is not a knowledge. It is yes, through knowledge itself we gain this. We interacted about real journey experience. Whatever we experienced, whatever we came across, we have interacted about that things. Thank
I
you
too.
so much, sir.
Yes, I with you, ma'am. Thank you so much once again. So my dear friends, if you really like this video, so please do subscription and hit the bell icon. So I will come up with other video. So keep watching. So take care and bye-bye.